USTA members. Yeah, that's you. You had no choice. You had to prove it. You get in here. Welcome to the USTA Member Appreciation Morning at the River Oaks USTA Men's Clay Court Championships. We appreciate your attendance. We figure we'll probably have some more folks here. We will start off. Am I dying? No. Okay. I hope not. I die other kinds of deaths on stage.
Sorry.
Besides microphone deaths. Anyhow, welcome everybody, and we're going to start with an introduction of a couple of the players here, and a visit with them, and then we're hoping that we may get some other folks that will show up of fame and all, different from those of us holding the microphone right now. And then we have lots of prizes toward the end of this, visiting with some of our USTA Texas VIPs as well as other things. But let me introduce to you Pete Holterman, who's going to introduce a couple folks.
Well, good morning everyone. Thanks for coming out, and we do have a couple special guests here, so let's get right into meeting these two. First, next to me wearing the cap, and I'm not sure what kind of cap is that?
That's a Hollister cap from California, where I live right now.
Yes, a San Diego resident, Stephen Huss. And next to him is his doubles partner, a London resident now, but originally from South Africa, Wesley Moddie. And appropriate that you live in London, because you guys, these guys made some history a few years back, 2005. Wimbledon is one of the few tournaments that has a qualifying tournament for doubles. And these guys teamed up to play in that qualifying tournament, and they got into that. And then they made a little bit of a run. And how far did you get in that 2005 Wimbledon?
In total, we won 8 matches, 2 in qualifying and 6 in the main draw.
6 in the main draw. Wes, how many matches are in the main draw?
I believe there were 6, man.
So that makes it the 2005 Wimbledon champion. You guys both have a background of playing a lot here in the U.S. because you both played collegiately. So Stephen, we'll start with you, just a little bit about your college tennis history.
Yeah, I went to school in the South. I went to school in Alabama at University of Auburn University.
War Eagle.
War Eagle, exactly, the Tigers, not Roll Tide, as Pete often jingles me with. But yeah, I went to Auburn University, had a great time, really enjoyed the South. The hospitality all over the South was fantastic. And I was there 4 years. It was great to be at a school with a big football program and have a great atmosphere around campus. And I was All-American in both singles and doubles, so for a while I did cover the whole court until I got lazy and then decided to get some help. So no, college was great for me, and now I live out in California, which I really enjoy as well. But I still love to get home to Australia. I'm originally from Melbourne, so hopefully some of you guys have been down there and possibly the Australian Open.
And Wesley, you also have some college history. I'm going to come in here so I can just turn my head instead of walking around. Your college history.
Started out at Auburn University at Montgomery. I was there I was there for a year and a half, and then transferred to Boise State. And I actually happened to play Stephen both at AUM and at Boise State. So I think there was like kind of a scratch match, or whatever you call it, that our colleges had arranged, and he rolled out of bed on a Saturday morning thinking he was going to get a really easy match, and he played me, and he actually beat me. So. But yeah, I mean, 2 years at Boise State, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of gave me the chance to really improve my game, kind of a springboard into the Pro Tour.
I think a lot of people know Boise State for their football and the blue football field there. What color are the tennis courts at Boise State?
I think they were blue too, yes.
And the U.S. Open got that idea from you guys, of course, naturally.
Exactly.
Well, guys, you've had a good week here. You're into the final. I'm going to ask you about your possible opponents. 6 o'clock tonight is the other doubles semifinal, and Stephen, one of the teams in that is the Bryan brothers, and they're obviously a formidable foe. What makes them so good?
Well, they're both really good athletes. I mean, they're big guys. They play with a lot of power, and they also have finesse around the net. So you know, they have a really good combination. And you know, the fact that they're identical twins and have been you know, waking up and staring at each other for a long time now. I think they understand each other pretty well. So, but you know, Wes and I combine really well, and you know, we understand each other as well. So you know, if they get through, you know, this evening, which I expect they would, but I mean, Leighton Hewitt and Nathan Healy, both, you know, from Australia, so countrymen of mine, and definitely know how to play doubles. So, you know, I'm sure it'll be a close match, but I would think that the twins will get through, and hopefully we'll have a big crowd on Saturday evening come and watch us.
And Wes, I want to ask you about the Aussies. I figured he'd just go on and on about how great the Aussies are, so I wanted to ask you about that team. But playing, you know, Leighton, and who's obviously a top singles player, and Nathan Healy, guy who hasn't played a ton of tennis lately, is it hard as a team to go out there and play kind of an unknown on the other side of the net?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think maybe there might be some slight pressure on the Bryans, but I mean, Nathan Healy hasn't been playing full time. So I think it's maybe a few nerves in the beginning, but I think once the Bryans kind of find their feet, I think they're going to kind of roll through the match. But I mean, obviously Hewitt can play very well, so, but yeah, I'm also playing with the Bryans.
All right, well, if you guys don't mind, we'd like to invite everybody up if you want to get some pictures, some autographs, some tips. They're willing to give some tips. If you have some questions, they're willing to make up answers for you. So feel free to come on up. Enjoy USTA Member Appreciation Day. We're really glad you're all out here. And after this great lunch, we hope you enjoy the tennis over there in the stadium. Thanks, everybody.